I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Kathleen Lake. Native name, Mät'àtäna Mțn, meaning something frozen inside lake, is a lake in Yukon, Canada, located south of the town of Haines Junction within Kluane National Park and Reserve. Located at Haines Highway Kilometre 219.7, it hosts a day-use area, a boat launch, a campground, and several hiking trails, including the challenging 3.1 miles, 5 kilometers, ascent to King's Throne, a natural, glacially-formed amphitheater overlooking the lake. Mät'àtäna Mțn, Kathleen Lake, is in a steep-sided valley which makes the winds very dangerous for boating. There were once many mink and otter in this area because their main source of food, fish, is abundant. Old trails lead south over the mountains to Bates and Mush Lakes, and on to Shäwshe, Neskatahin, Dalton Post. The lake has a variety of fish including two special ones, the pygmy whitefish and a kind of landlocked salmon, or kokanee, which evolved as the Nałudi, Lowell, Glacier periodically cut off the route to the ocean on the Titl'àt Tágà, Shadhäla Chù, Alsek. The last major cutoff occurred about 145 years ago, but there are still no ocean-running salmon in the upper Titl'àt Tágà, Shadhäla Chù, Alsek-Dezadeash system. Kathleen Lake is characterized by exceptionally clear waters and the presence of kokanee salmon, a landlocked population of sockeye living and reproducing solely in freshwater bodies. Kathleen Lake was named for a girl from Berkshire County, Scotland, left behind by William Scotty Hume, 1868 to 1950, a Northwest Mounted Police Constable, Reg. No. Number 2259, stationed on the Dalton Trail from 1900 to 1902. Kathleen Lake. Native name, Mät'àtäna Mțn, meaning something frozen inside Lake 1, is a lake in Yukon, Canada, located south of the town of Haines Junction within Kluane National Park and Reserve. Located at Haines Highway Kilometre 219.7. It hosts a day-use area, a boat launch, a campground, and several hiking trails, including the challenging 3.1 miles, 5 kilometers, ascent to King's Throne, a natural, glacially-formed amphitheater overlooking the lake. 2. Kathleen Lake is characterized by exceptionally clear waters and the presence of kokanee salmon, a landlocked population of sockeye living and reproducing solely in freshwater bodies. 3. Kathleen Lake was named for a girl from Berkshire County, Scotland, left behind by William Scotty Hume, 1868 to 1950, a Northwest Mounted Police Constable, Reg. Number 2259, stationed on the Dalton Trail from 1900 to 1902. 4. Kathleen Lake is a recreation park located on Haines Highway number 3, situated just south of the community of Haines Junction, Yukon Territories, Canada. It is the only drive-in campground, day-use area located within the boundaries of the Kluane National Park and Reserve. Kathleen Lake is a unique lake in the region because it is a turquoise green color and appears to be almost see-through. Visibility is exceptional. In the background are monster mountains with snow-capped peaks. The mountains stand right on top of the lake. It is very imposing scenery and very spectacular at the same time. Kathleen Lake is a popular recreation destination for many Yukon activities year-round. The lake is popular for kayaking, canoeing, swimming and fishing. The surrounding backcountry mountain trails are popular for hiking, backpacking, wilderness camping, horseback riding and cross-country skiing. The lake shoreline is popular for picnicking, hiking and sightseeing. Fishing is for kokanee salmon. Kokanee are special fish as they no longer feel the need to return to the ocean as part of their spawning ritual. Kokanee are Canada's freshwater salmon. There is a boat launch located in the day-use area of the park for fishing. A fishing license is required to fish in the Yukon Territories. The day-use area at Kathleen Lake enjoys a large gravel parking lot. There is a sandy, pebbled beach. Nearby are some picnic tables, viewing benches, a kitchen shelter, a canoe shed, a long pier, pit toilets and a boardwalk walkway. In the day-use area there is a short, well-maintained wooden boardwalk trail following the shores of the lake. The boardwalk trail leads to a viewing platform. There are 4 viewing areas and many sitting benches located along the walkway. It is an ideal destination for birdwatching and for taking in the scenery. There are RV, camper and tenting sites in the campground. Each site includes a picnic table and fire pit. Some provide power. Other services in the campground include showers, pit toilets, a kitchen shelter and a water pump. There is a camping fee for overnight visits in the campground. Kathleen Lake in the Kluane National Park and Reserve, Yukon Territories, Canada near Haines Junction, Yukon. A Parks Canada proposal to expand the campground at Kathleen Lake in Kluane National Park may offer some relief for frustrated Whitehorse area campers. The territory's busiest campgrounds fall within a 2-hour drive from Whitehorse and it is notoriously difficult to get a campsite in the area. Kathleen Lake is just inside this radius. The upgrade proposal must be approved by the Yukon Environmental and Socioeconomic Assessment Board and is open for public comment until June 10th. It includes a new campground loop with a minimum of 15 new campsites, 5 pull-through and 10 back-in. Additionally, about 5 new authentic sites, the first in the Yukon, would be created. Parks Canada describes Authentics as a cross between a tent and a rustic cabin, offering a unique blend of homey comforts and a taste of outdoor adventure. Each of the family-friendly units can sleep up to 6 people, but visitors are asked to bring their own sleeping bags. The other proposed upgrades include a new natural playground, kitchen pavilion, boathouse, and new trails. Pending approval, work on the upgrades would take place from 2017 to 2021, largely outside of peak season to minimize disturbances to campers. Kathleen Lake is one of Kluane National Park's main attractions, and lies within the traditional territory of the Champagne and Aishihik First Nations, who are also being consulted on the project. The upgrades would considerably expand Kathleen Lake's camping capacity, which is currently 39 sites. But since it's located within a national park, Yukon resident annual campground permits are not valid there. It costs $15.70 per night to camp at Kathleen Lake, plus an additional $8.80 per day if visitors wish to have campfires. Unlike sites at territorial campgrounds, which can be reserved up to 72 hours in advance simply by leaving belongings on the site, the campground at Kathleen Lake is strictly first come, first served. The Yukon government is considering reducing the time campers can leave their belongings unattended in territorial campgrounds to 24 hours, as well as increasing the fines for breaking the rules.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day.